As an athlete, you spend thousands of hours mastering your skill and working on your sport, becoming the best you can be. Unfortunately, what a lot of athletes miss out on is these other areas of life. And here at Beyond Athletes, we call it the success wheel, and there's 6 main areas of life that you need to master. And the first one is the mental side of the game. In order to be successful in your sport and in life, you have to be mentally tough. For me, I grew up in a competitive family. I was a middle child. My brother beat up on me my entire life. So for me, it became natural just to be mentally tough. So when I became, playing in college and I had people yelling at me, that stuff didn't bother me because I developed the mental side of the game. And also, after your sport is over, you're going to be out in the real world and you have to be mentally tough to survive. The next one is emotional. You have to master your emotions. I see a lot of great athletes who play for a long time, but they get themselves in trouble because they can't master the emotion side. On the flip side, I see a lot of athletes who never make it to that next level because they can't master their emotions. You have to be able to handle your emotions in order to become successful. The next one is the physical side. As an athlete, this one makes sense, right? You need to make sure you're eating right, you're exercising, you're taking care of yourself. The physical side for an athlete is so important. The problem is a lot of people, after they get done playing their sport, didn't ever figure out what their true why was. When they were playing their sport, they wanted to stay in shape, eat right, because they wanted to be healthy and have a great athletic career. Unfortunately, once they get done playing, they lose all that because their why is gone. And I want you guys as athletes to make sure that you understand, once you get done playing your sport, you still need to develop those great habits you had as an athlete and carry them over in life. So you stay in shape, you continue to eat healthy. So when you're older and you have grandchildren, you can still do those things with your kids because you've mastered this habit of being physically excellent. The next is the social. For me, growing up, I didn't do a great job of this, but now, later, after I got done playing, I understand the importance of mastering the social side. How do you communicate with people? What type of first impression are you making? Are you a good listener? Another huge part of the social side that you have to master is social media, okay? Coaches are looking at your social media accounts to see what type of player you are. That's your digital resume, you could call it. They go on there and they can see pretty quickly if they're going to continue to recruit you. Now, I've never seen anybody get a scholarship because of what they've posted on social media, but I've seen multiple athletes lose scholarships just because of something stupid that they put on social media. The next is the vocational side. Okay, what do you want to do with your career after you're done playing sports? What are you passionate about outside of your sport? And maybe even your career could deal something with your sport, but you got to understand, where do you want your career to go? And you have to start thinking about those things now as an athlete in order to be successful later on down the road. The other thing is, can you handle finances? Do you know how to have a budget? Do you know what your rent is going to cost? Right now, most of you, your parents, your grandparents, whoever taking care of you, pays for all of your expenses. When you get done playing your sport, you go to college and on to the real world, you're going to have those under control because it's all going to be on you. The last side is the spiritual. Now this one ties it all together, okay? And people all the time wonder, why are they here on this earth, okay? And our athletes who are part of Beyond Athletes, this is what we teach them. And it's actually quite simple. So if you want to have a fulfilled and a purposeful life, you need to give to others, okay? You've been blessed with gifts and talents, okay? You need to use those to bless others.